highly rated, lads. So this year we didn't get it. This is the first year we missed out. So
firstly, it's a shock that we didn't get it.
So AutoTrader, 104, 99 5 stars, 2 4 stars, no 3 stars, 1 2 star and 2 1 stars in the last 12 months. We need to make sure that we've got enough margin in the cars to be able to prep them to the right standard. If we haven't got enough margin, then we'll walk away from the car. It's simple as that.
hi, welcome back to the channel, and thank you to everybody who's subscribed so far and watched all of our videos. We're into the thousands of views now, which is really good. So we've got a lot going on, but we've got Andy here, who's our videographer. How are you this morning, Andy?
Top as ever, sir. How are you?
Top as ever. Well, I'm average. I'm average.
Are you?
I'm not very well. I've been in hospital, as you know, on antibiotics, and these antibiotics, they give you insomnia. So I haven't been sleeping very well, and they make us a bit wobbly. So if I come across a little bit wobbly where I'm forgetting the words, that's what it's for. I'm normally professional.
You're very professional and far from average, I will say that.
Oh, thank you very much. What a compliment.
Yeah.
So, so we've got today Tuesday. So,
sorry. Again, sorry. Yeah.
are you going to edit that?
Yes.
Or you can leave it in.
I don't want my laugh on the camera.
Yeah, just wing it. So yeah, so today, Tuesday, it's our fortnightly managers meeting, which we normally have in this office, but the temperatures are really hot outside today, and I've put a message in the WhatsApp group to the managers saying that we're going to have it in the showroom instead, because the showroom's air conditioned. So we're going to meet up there, which is 3 o'clock today. From here, I'm gonna I've got the lads coming down because we didn't make the highly rated for AutoTrader this year, which is a little bit frustrating. They do it which runs July to July, and they give certain dealers accreditation for being highly rated. There's like 4 items what you have to fit in with their criteria. So we missed out this year, which is a bit frustrating. So I've got Ben coming down and Stu's coming down. They're coming down to the office, so we're going to have a catch up with them very shortly, just to go over our reviews, because we get thousands of reviews from our lovely customers, but we didn't get highly rated this year. So we need to suss out why, and we need to work out what we're going to do going forward to put that right, to make sure that we get it next year. And also, yeah, AutoTrader. I'm a massive fan of AutoTrader. I don't know if people are similar age to me. Used to buy the magazine, used to come out on a Friday morning full of cars. It was I think it's before your time, Andy.
Auto Express was mine, yeah.
Auto
yeah.
Express?
Yeah.
Do you remember the yellow mag? Or was it the pink mag? Anthony will remember that. Anthony, do you remember the pink mag?
Pink mag?
Or was it the yellow mag where you used to get like cars in? Was it called the mag or something? Not remember that?
Pink.
Was it pink?
I think it was pink.
Yeah, pink mag.
That rings a bell.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm a huge fan of AutoTrader. We obviously will have our cars listed on AutoTrader, and yeah, they're good. They do a couple of things which I don't like. They've just recently removed dealers' logos, so when consumers are on the AutoTrader platform, you're scrolling down, the dealer's logo's gone, which is a bit annoying, because in our area, if people are searching 50 miles, which is a popular search, and you're scrolling down, you see Redgate Lodge. It might be that a customer's bought a car from us previously, their friends have. We're quite well known in the northeast where they would automatically click onto our car, which they've taken that away now. So a lot of dealers are opting for overlays on the photographs to put the name onto the photograph to try and get around the system, but it's a bit of a frustration one. The other thing what they do as well, which I find annoying, I haven't got many faults with AutoTrader, but another thing they do is where they'll have our car and they might have a car next to it, and with our car they might say that this car is overpriced by £700. But what AutoTrader actually have on the platform, which I've got on my screen here, it doesn't take into certain things into consideration, which is a bit frustrating, because if it doesn't take these things into consideration, you're not exactly comparing two cars. So I think it can mislead or confuse the consumer. So it doesn't take into consideration the car's condition. So you can have two cars, one can be immaculate, the other one could have scratches and chips and so on. Doesn't take into consideration the colour. You can have, when you spec a brand new car up, you might choose some specialist colour, which is a £2,000 or £3,000 upgrade. Doesn't do that. Doesn't cover supply and demand in your area, which means you could search for a car and it could be quite rare in the northeast, which would demand a higher price. Not that we would put a higher price on it, it means that we've had to probably pay higher to get that car to bring it into stock. Special modifications, it doesn't cover that, so you could have things like body kits, tinted windows, they don't take that into consideration. Additional manufacturer specification, it pulls through sometimes, I think BMW, maybe Mercedes, Mini, but there's some manufacturers where it doesn't actually pull through the spec, so it doesn't take all that extra spec into consideration. Things like service history and MOT, doesn't take that in. You can buy a car from, you know, the likes of Kazoo, who isn't with us now, who launched a couple of years ago. They would sell a car with 6 months MOT. Full of advisories, but that's what they did and that's what they choose to do, but they're not here now. But again, you're comparing two cars which aren't the same. Number of previous owners, you could have a 1 or a 2 owner car, or you could have a 6 owner car, but they're saying your car's overpriced by £500 or whatever. And then mainly the support and aftercare. Again, where you're choosing to buy your car from, if you know, does it come with a warranty? That doesn't get, you know, it isn't in with their criteria. You know, workshops, you know, where you're buying the car from, have they got their own workshops and support, and you know, what is the aftercare if something goes wrong on that car, where you're buying the car from. So things like that isn't included. It's a bit like buying a house in, say, Wallsend, terrace row of houses, and the houses are all going to be similar prices, but Rightmove putting on saying this house is £10,000 overpriced. So anybody looking at it, well, why? Well, it hasn't told you about the new windows, the new bathroom, the new kitchen, and so on, heating system, all serviced. You know, if it doesn't include any of that, well, all it's doing is saying it's overpriced. So Rightmove to do that would just confuse people. So AutoTrader do that, but they didn't used to do it. It was when Car Gurus came in from America, and that's why they started doing it. But they're my two little gripes which I don't like, and I think it's confusing for the customers. But as I say, I'm a huge fan of AutoTrader, and we have lots of cars on AutoTrader. And we get a great support from them. The data, what they provide, is phenomenal, and the pricing structures, and they do weekly webinars which we go on as well, and they're very, very good. So I'm a huge fan. So the lads are going to come up, we'll have a crack and find out what we need to do better, and then after that we're going to head up to Shiremo and just see what's going on up the road. We'll call it to Shiremo, and we might call it to Select on the way back, because I haven't been up for a while.
Hello, Gary. How's it going, mate?
I want the prep.
Yeah?
I'm going to pull it in, put some in the tyres because they're a bit flat.
Right, yeah, mate.
So highly rated, lads. So this year we didn't get it, which was a bit of a frustration. Apparently, since it's been going for 7 years, there's 55 dealers in the UK got it every year. So this is the first year we missed out, so would have been in there.
Damn!
So it's a bit of a frustration, because we love AutoTrader, they're good. And getting their accreditations, it's quite good to get.
It is annoying because we've got the stickers on all the salesmen's
Yeah,
windows.
I was going to say that.
Yeah.
I implemented all the way through from years ago.
For years, eh?
So it'd be a bit of a shame to have this one missing for 2025.
Do you think we could print a sticker?
I was going to say, Kyle, like, make us one.
Probably, yeah.
He's coming today, actually, Kyle.
I know somebody in the trade who's actually done that. They've printed a lot of stickers up. I'm not going to mention their name though.
Local.
No, down
Not
south.
local.
Yeah, down Derby area.
I might know who that one is.
Yeah, he's a bit of a legend. But anyway, actually he's got some spare stickers. He could actually send them up. But no, joking aside, yeah, so we need to, it was just trying to dig deep into the figures to work out, you know, why we didn't get it. So you know the accreditation, so what they are looking for. Have you had a look at that?
Yeah, they're quite well.
It's 4 points, isn't it?
Firstly, it's a shock that we didn't get it.
Yeah.
Because I was just expecting the stickers. I know Joe the stickers, expect them to come through in the envelope just to put them on the window.
Would you notice on LinkedIn and that, and social media, I know loads of people on the motor trade, and they were putting on, we've got, and I was thinking, I must have missed the post, I was late in the post. So I had to message Craig, my account manager, to say, have we missed it? And he looked into it and he says, oh no, you didn't make it.
Which is frustrating because obviously the volume of reviews that we get in regularly, weekly, monthly, is phenomenal.
Yeah, massive.
So I mean, when we look back, it was 792 reviews
Yeah,
businesses received.
782 in the last 12 months.
So that's July. Is that for when
July.
they do the?
Their
July to
criteria,
July,
their
was their
criteria.
criteria month, yeah, wasn't it? So yeah, we've got Trustpilot, which we signed up to in August last year, I think. Just
September, I think.
September,
August.
August,
August or September.
just as we came across onto Dragon.
So it wouldn't be a full year, would it?
Not a full year, but in that period we had 474 reviews, 422 5 stars, 22 4 stars, 4 3 stars, 4 2 stars, and 22 1 stars.
Right.
Google, which we've kind of always pushed, we had 214. Google doesn't make it easy to find out how many reviews you've got of each. There's no breakdown, so you have to actually just go on and actually count the individual ones, which I haven't had time to do yet, but there was 214 in that period. AutoTrader, where when we sell the car, the lads send the link direct, don't they, to the AutoTrader, and they get it directly from.
So when we switched to Trustpilot, the whole point was they feed AutoTrader.
Yeah.
Traditionally, what the lads would do is they would go into AutoTrader and send a review link from there,
Yeah.
which is FIFO, which is their platform. But Trustpilot was supposed to, well, and does, because it's on there, they feed AutoTrader with all the reviews. So the 104, which is AutoTrader, that's either been, the lads have still sent a link, or it's organic.
Automatically
It's organic,
through,
where
yeah.
someone's literally went on themselves and left a review off their own back, rather than getting a sort of prompt, if you like, from us.
Right.
So AutoTrader, 104, 99 5 stars, 2 4 stars, no 3 stars, 1 2 star, and 2 1 stars in the last 12 months.
Right.
So I think the problem that we've had is, because I do all of the review replies to most of the platforms, the only one that I hadn't been doing, because the lads had always done that one themselves, was the AutoTrader. So we had 17 no replies in that time, and one star wasn't replied to. So I think that is what may have been the kicker.
Which is frustrating, because we've got nearly 500 through Trustpilot on AutoTrader's platform, all replied to.
Yeah.
Yet, you know, when customers organically left it, that's obviously slipped through the net from our side. But that's highly frustrating.
Very frustrating.
We've
I've got a note on my phone on the 17th of July when I think we must have spoke about this, and we've got 522 with replies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So over
But that's a mission in itself, to reply to 522 reviews and make them personal.
Yeah. So I make everyone personal. I try to, where possible, get the customer's name in so they can see that it's a personal review. And obviously looking into the 1 stars and the 2 stars is time consuming. What I tend to find, those 1 star reviews are not actually reviewing our service that we've offered the customer. They're not actually reviewing us as a business. Slip off my chair there. They tend to be reviewing the fact that they've had a problem with the product that we've sold them, not necessarily the service they've had from us, and effectively they haven't got the outcome that they've expected at the end of it.
Well, if you look at all the 1 stars, they're always months after
Yeah,
collecting the car.
absolutely.
So all of the 5 stars is instant. It's within a couple of days. They're reviewing the business. They're happy. The 1 stars are ones which are months and months down the line.
Yeah.
We'd like to say is
Do you find
due to a problem with
when
the
you
car.
get a 1 star review in, is it from somebody who's never left? So would you get somebody who's left us a 5 star review and then all of a sudden change it to a 1 star, or did that person never leave a review in the first place, but then just decides to leave a 1
It
star?
does happen. People do change a 5 star to a 1 star if they've had a problem with the car and they haven't got what they want, but it's very, very rare. Very rare that
It's
happens.
very rare.
Very rare. Once or twice a year.
Someone who's never left a 5 star at the first.
Yeah.
You see, we were talking about this the other day, because when we're selling a second-hand car to somebody, we're selling 10,000 parts.
Yeah.
So really, we're selling somebody 10,000 individual items. It's not like a phone, where your phone goes wrong. There's like 10,000 of them. Do you know what I mean? So you've got like a wiper motor, you've got a starter motor, you've got this. Really, you've sold them 10,000 items, where it could generate 10,000 reviews for one car. Imagine that. Like 6 months' time, they say, oh, well, actually the starter motor's still fine. The wiper motor, the central locking motor, the engine's fine, everything's still good.
The problem, it's not the problem is, but the point is it's such a massive investment for people, which we'll understand. We've all bought cars, we know how expensive it is to run cars and how much you rely on them, and frustrating when they go wrong. But if you bought a second-hand bike, which was, let's say, £1,000 new, and you bought it for 50% of its value for 500 quid, you're not going to have the same expectation of that bike at 500 quid as you would at £1,000. So it's a much less outlay than buying a new one. Same with a car. Buy a new car for 50 grand, you pay 25 grand for it 4 years down the line, but you still have the expectation, or customers still have the expectation of it being a new car, and it's going to last forever, and I've spent all this money on buying a new car and it's gone wrong. It's like, yeah, but it's done 50,000 miles. You wouldn't get 55,000 miles out of a bike, it would be knackered. You'd have to replace it. So,
but again, that's why the
expectation,
manufacturers
isn't it?
put a warranty on their cars
For 3 years.
For 3 years, because they don't even say that their car's not going to go wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
And how many people buy a brand new car? I've had them before, and they go back in
Absolutely.
with faults in.
Yeah.
And I think
We've just had a BMW. We just had a BMW this morning. One of the 23 plate that we've bought. It's gone into the valet bay and it doesn't select gears. Drove into the valet bay. Drove to the front of the valet queue.
Right.
We've got to get it on the turntable, and it's just got drivetrain fault come on, and it's got a gear select fault. So I've just been on the phone to BMW Assist,
Right.
and they've come out to pick it up. Guys,
really?
The guy's there now.
Really?
The guy's there now. Right. But that goes to show that that car's got 11,000 miles on.
Yeah.
It's driven in, absolutely fine, no problem. We've bought it from the customer.
It's been backwards and forwards
Yeah,
between the
yeah.
sites.
Well, it's been prepped. There's been no fault codes, no fault codes stored in the car. We've got it at the front of the turntable, and it's gone wrong. So
Right.
I understand the frustration that a customer has in that instance. You buy the car, and the next day it's a fault, but we absolutely have no foreseen. We can't see into the future, and that's what I always try and put in the thing. Look, we prep the cars to the highest standard we possibly can to still operate as a business. We're not putting everything back to concourse condition, because it's impossible for us to do that. We wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be selling the cars, because you wouldn't make any money if we were doing that. We're a business at the end of the day. We do as much as we possibly can, prep wise, paint wise, mechanical wise. We're having constant conversations with prep teams. We're having constant conversations.
Purchasing teams?
Yeah, purchasing teams. We need to make sure that we've got enough margin in the cars to be able to prep them to the right standard. If we haven't got enough margin, and we walk away from the car, it's simple as that. But we can't do everything. It's so frustrating, and then to be reviewed on the product that we've sold rather than the service that we've offered is frustrating.
That's the frustrating part, because we've done everything that we need to do.
Possibly.
The correct
Everything we
manner.
possibly can.
Yeah. But you've got to put this into perspective. Those 1-star reviews, I mean, it's just over 2% of what reviews
good,
we
isn't it?
receive.
Yeah.
So if it's getting nearly 800 reviews, 2%, it's nominal, really.
And they're
it's
based
going to
on
happen.
cars which have faulted, which they've developed a fault, and a lot of the time it might not be under warranty. It could be like a wear and tear item or something like that, which isn't covered.
Yeah, or it could just be, there's a lot of time it's just out warranty.
Yeah,
It's
So
one of
really,
those,
rather than
it's-
give us the bad feedback, they should either review the manufacturer, like BMW, send them a bad one, or review the warranty company, or whatever it is. Because sometimes, I'm not saying that we don't always get it right. We do have problems
we definitely don't always
where
get
we
it
do
right.
make mistakes. But that's like every company. That's like when you drive through a McDonald's and they put the order wrong, and you
never get
still go
tomato
back to
sauce.
McDonald's.
You never get tomato sauce in your order for
But it is,
chicken
isn't
nuggets, don't you?
But imagine the size of McDonald's and the training, what they do to say to the guy on the front, right, you need to get that burger there and that drink and put it in that bag and make sure it's right. But there's loads of times you go through and it's wrong. But that's what my point is. Not every business is perfect,
Yeah,
is it?
no,
such
true.
is life, isn't it?
We're all people, aren't we?
And I think-
Everyone's people at the end of the day. We're all busy.
I
Everyone's
think
got
the
stuff on.
frustration as well, which I hear this a lot, is where people would say, "Oh, I wouldn't buy a car from them because I had nothing but problems with it." But the point is, what they should say is they should say, "I wouldn't buy another Nissan, or I wouldn't buy another BMW,
Ford, or
or
whatever
Ford."
it is,
Because if you bought a fridge from Curry's and it went on the blink, you're probably still going to go back to Curry's and buy another fridge. But you might not buy a Hitachi or a
Yeah.
Panasonic or whatever you
Yeah.
bought. You might just change
Buy
the
some
brand.
different brand,
But
yeah.
with a motor trade, because the author daily in the 70s and 80s,
Aye.
it's surrounded by like
It's
trying to
almost as if
people
we're trying to dupe someone.
trying to
Yeah,
do something. Yeah.
But again,
It's like how we get something. I'll tell you what we're going to do is we're going to have a car which is going to work perfectly 3 months, and then we're going to make it go wrong.
Aye.
Yeah.
It's
Come on.
it's
Yeah. But say Curry's, they're the seller of the product. This Curry's, I've just had a problem with. This is so 21st century, like third wheel problems, but
First wheel
first wheel problems. They're not third wheel, yeah. First wheel problems. I've got a coffee machine for my birthday. Love it, Ninja, brilliant. Coffee every morning, saves us the Starbucks fee. But it went wrong, so it wasn't working. So I took it back, went back to Curry's. Claire bought the care plan. Went back in, said my coffee machine is not working properly. Put the serial number in. He went, no problem, I'll give you a new one straight away. Because it's a new product supported by the manufacturer. We don't have that luxury. to be able to go, oh, no problem, we'll just give you a new one, because
Yeah, because we're not selling another one off the shelf.
exactly, because I've got exactly the same product here, same specification, I'll just give you that one instead. We don't have that because we're selling used items. We're selling used cars, which have, some of them 10, 11 years old, done 70, 80,000 miles. All these used components, which have obviously previously been looked at, has it been maintained up to specifications where what we would class as the good specifications? We'll try and make sure that we buy cars that are, but not all of the cars come with history. It's
You know, we're prepping them to be fault free.
yeah,
Really.
absolutely.
So when they leave, they're fault free.
I was speaking to somebody and they said that their friend had bought a car, I think it was from us, and they'd had it for something like 4 or 5 months, and the wiper motor went. Obviously the kids was in the car and they nearly all died. It was probably not raining though. So we had that one, and then I think it was a few months after the central locking system went down, and then I think it was something like a starter motor or something like that, in like, say, about an 18-month period. But she was livid, and she says, oh, wouldn't buy a car from, which I think was us, I can't remember, they would have to find the reg and do some digging, wouldn't buy a car from us again. But the point was, because she got the warranty paid for all three.
All three.
She started off with a second-hand starter motor and ended up with a brand new one. She started up with a second-hand wiper motor, ended up with a brand new one, and then whatever the fault was as well, ended up brand new. So she was actually better off in the end of the day than what she started with. But then said, yeah, I've had no problem with that car, wouldn't want to buy another one from them. And our checks, I mean, we do like the new check what we do in the Praise app, so that our vehicle inspectors, when they're collecting the car, use that to do all that check.
Yeah.
Then Jimmy, when he does the MOTs, he's doing the MOT standard, and in addition to that, he's actually doing what they've just checked. And then our techs, when they service the car and prepare
do it all again.
they do that check again. So with us 3 points of doing the same check, which is overkill, to make sure that the cars are fully prepped. But you can't allow for something which is going to happen or going to develop.
Because you kind of foresee the issues that you're going to have. I mean, you talk about stuff being predicting things that are going to go wrong. There are certain makes and models where you can say that door lock on that Range Rover Evoque is going to be changed at some point, because they all have door lock problems.
Fiat 500s, the door handles are
Door
going
handle
to
fall off. There's always
Ford Focus door seal.
the door seal's going to be hanging out at the bottom. Yeah,
Minis was the gearboxes and the power steering pumps.
yeah, power
and the
steering
squeeze.
pumps. Yeah. The
Land Rover's everything.
the 3 Series have got that the steering rack repair. You get a knock in the steering rack, and they've got BMW was made out of plastic and it was just wearing away. So there's a steering rack repair.
Yeah.
So there's all of those things where the common faults, which we see them all the time, but we can't foresee that a timing chain's going to snap, or a alternator's going to fail, or a, I don't know,
Well, we had a
coil spring's going to
We had
snap.
one a couple of years ago, and I think it was the clutch went, and she'd had it for like 2 years, and she said, you knew when you sold me that car, that clutch was going to go, and you should have inspected it. So we're going to take 300 gearboxes out, have a little look, and then put them back in. It's
Take it for face value, haven't you? For
just,
work on
yeah,
the day.
it goes a bit too...
We just had one recently where the customers had the car a year and the bulb's not working. She was like, well, this is the second time I've had that problem. I'm like, I've got 2 headlights. It could just be the fact that you need a bulb.
yeah, you need a bulb.
It was like kicking off, like.
So,
Bulb's gone.
So the plan obviously is just gonna. We're gonna have to keep an eye on the AutoTrader poll just to check with that.
Yeah, so I mean that's probably our bad really, because once we switch from doing it organic, you're sending the link from AutoTrader to Trustpilot.
Yeah.
As far as we were concerned, as a sales
all
team,
done, yeah.
Trustpilot was doing. You were taking care of that, obviously.
Well, the Trustpilot sends me an email to say that we've had a new review,
you
so
can
it's
jump straight
super
on.
easy to.
Right.
It's super easy to manage that. Same with Google. Google does the same.
Yeah.
You get an email from Google saying you've just had a new review, 3-star, 4-star, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
AutoTrader doesn't do that. Doesn't give you any notification that you've had a review. So it's just going to be constantly checking that platform. Which
I think
because
I'll
the
make an
sales.
email to my email address, on AutoTrader.
I'm sure
Leave one.
we used to get it.
It might come to sales that,
Right. Okay. Well, we could do with having a look at that. So I'll have a look into that, because if that's the case, I think Craig's on holiday until the 18th, I think. But I'll have a look at notification.
That, but I mean that we're going forward, but still frustrating the fact that we've still got 500 reviews on AutoTrader's portal in the last 12 months. I'm looking at minimum requirements. We need to be a minimum average rating of 4. Well, we're 4.9.
Yeah, 4.9.
Right.
So,
Tick.
yeah, so we've got that one. You need to have a minimum of 10. A minimum of 10 customer reviews is required. Yet we've got 474. plus the organic
Yeah, we've
100.
actually got,
sold
we've
as
actually got
Five. But this
578.
is just on AutoTrader.
AutoTrader got 578 reviews total.
Right, so nearly 600.
So
But
it's
you've got to have a
faster.
minimum of 10, so we've kind of beat that.
Yeah.
That's alright.
Actively respond to all reviews, so we've replied to over 500,
Yeah.
but via the Trustpilot
And I
platform.
think that the ones which have slipped the nets, obviously the ones with the AutoTrader, which is their criteria, which I understand. So if I haven't made the criteria, it's
Oh,
fair
totally,
enough, isn't it?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
fair enough.
I think there was 17 in total. 17 total reviews that weren't replied to in the 12-month period.
Right.
And there was one star in there that we hadn't replied to.
Right.
I mean, it does say you must respond to the lowest
To your low star
reviews,
rating.
which
Yeah.
we normally would though. And
We
obviously
do
the
well.
ones which have come through Trustpilot 1 star have all been replied
Yeah.
to.
I would still
It's
say
just-
we're, but I'm biased. I would still say we're a highly rated dealer because I think for you guys to produce that and get the team.
Well, it's
get all
from a
those in.
sales point of view, it's frustrating because the guys run it every single
Every
month,
day,
so
yeah.
they just expect that highly recommended
Yeah,
as a
yeah.
given.
Yeah.
So they're just a little bit upset that it's not. But
Well, maybe
Like,
just
say
get a
if we
sticker
have-
printed. We think we're highly rated.
it's
Red Gate highly
if,
rated,
if,
yeah.
if we haven't met their criteria, we haven't met their criteria.
Yeah. Yeah,
There's
true.
nothing we can do about it, is it?
And I think as a business in total, we've got
Yeah, so total business reviews of all platforms, and this is including Facebook
This is 5-star
recommendations. Well, this is total reviews for the business, not
Right.
total 5-star. But total reviews for the business, 5,781 total business reviews. Facebook's 96%.
so not that,
rated.
nearly like 6,000 people's actually taken the
phenomenal.
time to leave us a review, which is great.
Well, we'll run it as a minimum 60% reviews.
Yeah.
We get a minimum 60% 5-star reviews out of all the cars we
Which
sell.
is high.
It's sometimes 70-80%.
So if you say Redgate's been going for about 13 years, you say?
15. There's
15
15 this year.
15
But
this
we're
year.
probably, to be fair,
Of course it is, man.
I would say we're probably got really stuck into reviews. Probably 10 years ago, I think they started getting pushed more.
400 reviews a year
Over the 15.
over the 15 years.
Yeah,
So
I would
go
only
back 10
think
years.
10 years, yeah.
600 reviews over the next
600, yeah.
every year for 10
years.
I mean, there's a lot of dealers don't even, get that because they don't have the
50 a
level
month.
of stock.
Well, if
or
you've got to be 10 to meet the criteria, there's going to be a lot of dealers that
10 in a year, he'll
that
smash
get
that.
10 that just get 10 and get highly
This is the
rated.
frustrating thing. So if someone's got 10 reviews and they've all been replied to, or highly recommended, but yet we've got nearly 600 last year.
Yeah.
Less than
Over
1%.
500.
Yeah, yeah.
A couple of percent 1 stars.
I think they send out, I think there's about 2,500 dealers get the accreditation.
Right.
Yeah, they got
It's a
it.
shame we're not one of them 55 who've had it.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Because
Yeah,
that's gone now, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I think we just need to keep doing what we're doing, but then we'll just have to just
monitor
just monitor the AutoTrader, just
Yeah,
be
well,
like weekly or something like that.
I'll take the AutoTrader on as well because I know the lads were pretty much replying to their role. I'll take over the AutoTrader as well, and I'll make sure that I can get the notification to me if I can. So I get the notification that we've had an email, but I'll
I'm
weekly
sure
check
it
on
used to come up
as
as
it is.
FIFO.
I'm sure it
sure
does.
it is.
On the email, I'm
Right.
sure it does.
So I could probably search back just FIFO and I should bring up any.
When it comes to
Well,
if we can
yeah.
get it, if we can get it, because
Change
I've
the
never
account.
seen it. I've never seen a notification for it. So
Right, I'll give them a ring
I'll
this afternoon.
change to me if we can,
Right, I'll give them
and
a
then
ring
we'll
see if I can get
box
them.
that off.
Very cool. And then we've got a managers meeting later on this afternoon. haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've moved it up the road because the heating here will be a bit hot later on, won't it?
Yes.
Aircon.
It's,
Good idea, that, wasn't it?
Honestly, that
It's,
was-
it's starting to warm up out there, like.
I will be.
It's boiling outside.
They're saying 30 or 32 on the
Really?
news. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Or
That was south, that's
34.
for sure.
Jesus.
I was saying this morning hot in Bali.
Yeah, shorts and t-shirt with it.
Well, he's in Thailand, so must be warm
Nice.
there.
That'd be lovely over there, like.
When do
Right.
you go away?
Tuesday.
You've been watching Honest Cars. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and comment. And like I say, keep watching.